All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. Today we're diving into the fascinating topic of how to introduce your company and your colleagues. So let's kick things off. When you're in a social setting, or even just meeting someone new at work, the first impression can really set the tone. For instance, I often start with, I work at a company called...
Oh. So does it matter what you say first? What's the relevance there?
Absolutely it does. Think of it like opening a book. If the first line is engaging, you'll want to read more. I usually follow up with, we specialize in agricultural work, since it provides context and sets the stage for what we're all about.
Right. And when you're talking about the company, do you include how many people work there? Because that seems like a big deal.
Exactly. It's essential to mention that. For example, saying, we are a medium-sized company with about 50 employees can create a sense of community. It also allows them to gauge the company's scale. It's like when you visit a restaurant, and you can feel the vibe, right? The size matters.
Oh yeah, totally. Smaller places often feel cozier and more personal. But how do you share about your team? Is it just yeah, my team is awesome?
Haha, not quite. You want to be specific. I typically say, my team is responsible for packaging and sorting products. This not only highlights my job, but also provides insight into the company's operations. Like how a chef explains the dish before serving it. It makes it more exciting.
Oh, so it's kind of like giving a preview, huh? But how do you nail down the vibe of your workplace?
You hit the nail on the head. I usually say something like, our work atmosphere is very positive. Plus adding anecdotes, like how we support one another during deadlines. It's like a sports team, right? Everyone's got each other's back through tough times.
I can imagine that. What if someone is stressed out? Do you all chip in to help? What's the story there?
Absolutely. There's always someone willing to lend a hand, which is a fantastic part of our culture. I've been here for 3 years now, and that kind of camaraderie makes all the difference. It's similar to growing up with your siblings. You fight sometimes, but you always support each other.
Whoa, that's such a cool analogy. So it sounds like your team feels like family. How do you even describe your boss in all this?
Oh, that's vital. I'd say, my supervisor is very approachable and supportive. A good boss feels like the captain of a ship, steering the crew through unsteady waters. They both guide and inspire.
Wow, nice. And is that common? Do you believe most places have that supportive boss thing?
You'd be surprised. It's not as common as we'd like. When I mention our flexible working hours, it often catches people's attention too. It's a benefit many companies overlook, but it really contributes to work-life balance.
That's so true. Flexibility feels like a luxury at times. How do team activities fit into this whole picture?
Oh, team activities are crucial. I tell people we often organize team-building events. It's like social glue that keeps everyone bonded, making work feel less like a chore and more like fun.
That's interesting. So when you introduce your company, sounds like you're also mixing in your culture and experiences?
Exactly, you're catching on. Making it relatable and engaging is key. When someone asks, what's the best part about working there? I get to say, I love how it feels like family. How sweet is that?
That's really cozy. I can see how that builds loyalty. Now, what if someone were to ask, how's your team structure? What would your response be?
That's a great question. I'd respond with something like, we have about 10 people in my team, and we collaborate really closely. It's like a small orchestra. Each musician plays a crucial role in creating harmony.
Haha, so you're saying you all jam together? That sounds awesome. But let's be real. Do you ever have, times off days?
Of course. Just like any group, there are ups and downs. But in the end, it's those experiences that strengthen our bonds and teach us how to work better together.
Wow! Like a roller coaster of teamwork emotions. So what's the takeaway here? Introducing your company is like storytelling.
Yes, exactly. You're weaving your experience into a narrative. It makes it more engaging. Just like a book, it draws in your listeners, and that's why I love sharing my work life.
Seriously amazing insights. I didn't realize that sharing about work could be so deep. Alright everyone, if you enjoyed this chat, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.